My name is Kris Dulgar. This is the second part of the show. This is the panel portion where I just throw out topics. These are actually very recent topics that happened this week, the past 2 weeks. And I just let them go with it. And they, once again, your comics, Brad MacDonald, Morgan O'Shea, Bruno Lee, Jacy Lafontaine. Yes? You guys still doing good?
Yeah.
Congratulations on the big win, Morgan.
Fuck
What?
you.
What was that? Oh yeah, that huge win and all the cash I made earlier. That was sick.
$15,000.
I can't believe it.
Brand new.
We made some money. Don't worry about that. It's not going to you, but I made money.
I'm so glad that I keep coming to this.
I made money.
$15.
Yes.
Looking good, Kris Dulgar.
Thanks, B. How you doing? All right.
Chris
Okay.
Dulgar is standing in front of the camera,
Shut up.
so no one will see us.
I like my view, I'm not complaining.
All right. So
ESPN, pretty sure.
I'm gonna kick it off. Did anybody watch the big fight here? And I'm asking the comics and the audience members. Anyone watch the big fight?
I did.
I watched a fight
Kinda.
between two bums in the street. That was insane. You talking about which fight you talking about?
Pacquiao Mayweather.
Nah,
You know
that's
what?
a
But that
bad
bum
idea.
fight only cost $75.
You know how that really went?
I'm pretty sure I saw him do more hits on his ex-girlfriends in the news than in that fight.
Yeah.
Oh, something was pre-written.
You know how that went out though?
Yes.
You know how that went out though?
Thank you, Twitter, from that night.
Mayweather just called Pacquiao and he's like, "Hey, buddy, you want to make $100 million and not do shit?
The purse
Just show
was
up."
the purse was $300 million for one fight.
We talking about one
300
fight,
million.
one meeting. It was like a second set between them. Second set, we talking about one fight, man. This is a boxing fight for 20 grand, man.
Fuck that.
What second sets do you go to?
Yeah.
They seem violent.
I watched Rocky, and I'm pretty sure that the making of the movie Rocky was more intense than the fight.
Justin Bieber was hands down the best part about that
You got
fucking
Justin
fight.
Bieber and all, man. It's $300 million.
That was a great fight, though. You guys don't know shit.
But wasn't he injured though? Wasn't Pacquiao injured and now he's actually in trouble?
Yeah, but afterwards he like came out with it. Like he just got his ass worked, and then like at the end he's like all confused, like I thought I won, and then
Yeah,
his
but that
manager was like, oh no, you know you had a fucked up shoulder.
In ingrown hair. It's so painful. It just hurts. You know?
Throws you off.
It throws you off again.
So Morgan, you were the one who went to watch it live.
Yeah, man, I watched it in Sydney.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit.
What do you mean you watch this?
Sitting in
Does she have a TV in her
Bratton.
vagina?
It's
What?
the
Like,
hometown of my parents.
Oh, okay.
These guys hate it.
Australia?
No, Sydney. Yeah, I was there like last week. I just flew in.
Just
For,
popped up. Just popped up to the
Every
street.
time school years just take off. You know?
I couldn't afford tickets to the actual fight, so I flew to Australia. It was cheaper, actually. I flew to Australia.
You got a point. But yeah, man. So the fight, like, come on, man.
It was a good fight.
It wasn't worth my $16.
You paid $16? Like, did you just
got
pitch in?
Beer or whatever. It wasn't worth like Mayweather.
Wait,
just,
Dude, it
like,
was a great fight, and it was.
great business transaction. That's what I call it. Great business transaction.
But I was like talking to all these people, like I almost got into a fight with my roommate about like the merits of this fight. He's like, "That's not a fight. That's not a brawl. I want to see people get fucking." He wants to see a Mexican and a black guy just get beat the shit out of or something. Like,
pretty sure the fight between you and your roommate was better than the fight. on
no, it wasn't. I ran away.
Wait, isn't that kind of what happened?
And that's what you should do in a fight.
What'd you think?
Right.
Run away. Find someone you trust.
Oh, I just
Stranger
danger.
danger, guys.
Dude,
Stranger
I heard it was boring.
Wait, hold on. You didn't see the fight?
Everyone was tweeting it was boring, so I didn't bother to go watch
You just
it.
tweet. You didn't bother to go watch it, or you just didn't want to pay $150 for it.
For pay-per-view, no, it was
I didn't want to pay
$100.
$150 for it.
The only Mayweather I knew was that today was going to be plus 10 and it's May 10.
That was more boring than the fight. That was.
I totally I should be a boxer then.
If I had
I
6 more
qualify.
beers, man, I'd have given you a high five. But you know,
Can we skip ahead to the 6 beers and I can get the high
That's
five
what-
anyways?
Bruno, you said you
Awesome.
paid $16 for the fight?
for the beer.
Oh, for the beer during the
I
fight.
paid $100 to watch a like a.
Kind of bar are you going to paying $16 for a pint
No,
of
I
beer?
went to somebody's house.
And they charged you $16?
What the fuck kind of friends do you
It's like
have?
$10 it cost me to bring the beer. Oh, forget it.
You would have drank beer at home anyways, don't
I
lie.
don't have pay-per-view.
But I like the idea of like adding up what you're doing while watching the fight. You know, it's just like I ate a hot pocket and that fight cost me fucking
And at the same
$5.
time, what would you have done instead of watching the fight and drinking your $16 worth of beer?
Are you trying to like put me
In a spot?
against
Yeah,
the
that's
ropes?
exactly what I'm doing.
I wasn't trying to put you in a spot.
Did you watch the fight, Brad?
I didn't see it. No.
See it?
I watched it in a fucking Boston Pizza in Sydney, Cape Breton. I was there for like 6 hours because Sydney sucks balls. And it was still a really good
No one's
fight.
arguing that
No,
point.
Good fight.
That's where I was consummating.
Apparently
The
there's
Boston
gonna be a
Pizza and
rematch.
Snake Bread.
Oh, yeah?
It's just it's a personal
Do you
anecdote.
think these guys I mean, the purse is $300 million for one fight. Is that deserved
It's
or
gonna
not?
be the.
You know, the purse was more than 29 countries, like total GDP.
Was the person official Louis
Including the
Vuitton?
Philippines, I'm pretty sure.
That's my next
I'm
question.
pretty sure.
Was it a Louis Vuitton purse?
Yo,
Like, is
that
that why it was
kind of
$300 million?
That kind of person, I'm pretty sure Pacquiao sat in his bed and was like, oh, wait, it's true, I lost.
How much did he get for losing, by the way?
I don't know.
He got like over 100 million.
Over 100 million.
Okay,
Well,
I would totally-
He's gonna get probably $20 off of that because he likes to give money to people. Just yeah, but if you walk past Pacquiao, you may never have to work again.
Where does this guy live? Can I knock on his door?
He's so nice. Look,
He's generous.
give me $500,000. He is a generous guy. He's so.
Except for if you're like a woman or you're for abortion or if you're gay, then he's not so nice.
Damn it, I'm out.
Other than that, great guy.
Great guy.
Great fucking
Everyone
guy.
was talking about like how shitty Mayweather. Yeah, Mayweather's a piece of shit, but all boxers are pieces of shit. So why not watch them fuck each other up?
Yeah.
If you look past his brutal, continuous treatment of human beings, not a bad guy. Not a bad guy at all.
Pretty sure it's a sport of elimination.
Mayweather,
The dumbest.
He ain't cool with his wife, man. They're like his sparring partners and shit.
Without consent.
I love Bruno's expression.
I'm like, do they get $100 million
Yeah.
for being beaten the fuck down by
But
what
here's
is his
the
name?
thing. Here's the
Mayweather?
thing. Mayweather, the person.
Not so good.
Not so good. But
Boxer.
Mayweather, the boxer.
Ooh.
Hell
Not
yeah,
so
'cause he
good either.
practices on
Because-
his girlfriend.
How are you gonna be not so good to be 48-0?
He's not an entertaining boxer.
Well, do you not like?
He's a technical boxer.
He's a technical boxer, but that's like a
Because
big
you-
part of boxing. Like the guy can't get hit. Like
I
he.
totally agree with you. Let me finish my sentence.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, it sounds like I'm fighting for my life in the 50s. But like, yeah, I totally agree with you, man. He's a businessman and a technician, and a lot of people they're disappointed in the fight because he didn't box the way that they wanted him to box. They, as in the public, right?
Because the public are looking for a show. They want
They're looking for a show.
brawl.
Yeah, they want
They want
It's
to
on
split decision.
pay-per-view for a reason. If I
Exactly.
wanted to see action, I would watch Hannibal.
People would only. Did you get the feeling people would have only been satisfied if this went all 12? It did go all 12, but it was just more exciting being decided by one
People
point.
would have only been like excited if Mayweather got knocked out.
Yes, because
That's the
it was a
only
classic-
way.
It was a classic. People brought it up. It was like it was branded like good versus evil.
Yeah.
Right. It was branded
Yeah.
as good because
It's like-
Pacquiao goes to church.
So is this Western
gives millions of
movies
dollars to
and
charities back in the Philippines and Mayweather.
But really, it was like
It's
Mussolini versus Hitler. It was like shitty versus like way shittier.
I would pay to see that fight. Just like come out with swagger, Mussolini, Hitler, everyone in their camp.
Arguing about their mustaches.
Oh my goodness. I want to get back to the purse idea. This is a funny word, you know, with this
Yeah.
like hyper masculine fight. It's like, here's your purse. You know, it just seems.
Don't touch it. Where did I leave my purse? Where did I leave my purse?
It's like Mayweather would be like, I asked for a fucking masculine handbag, alright?
They just come out with, instead of money, it's a Prada bag. It's like, here you go. You
You know what was amazing?
But yeah,
It matches your belt.
He just wins a Prada bag. And Mayweather's so happy he loves Prada bags.
And belts.
You know what was amazing in the fight when I watched it on pay-per-view? You know those VIP seats go for like anywhere between $100,000 to $300,000. And I saw some niggas texting.
And also, they didn't show up until the fight. There was two undercards, and it was empty.
Boxing, and it was empty. And like after that, the
Priorities,
real
guys.
crowd showed up, and you had people texting and talking on the phone like $300,000 a ticket. I'm like, oh man, sweat on me.
You know what it
Like,
was? Somebody gave them that
Yo.
ticket because there's no way. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they gave. Someone didn't give them the ticket. They bought it just to be seen. Like the best part about the fight actually was that Mayweather came in with the king, like the Burger King king, like the mascot.
What?
Like,
Man,
yeah,
that's
Pacquiao
so
came
cool.
in and he had Jimmy Kimmel behind him, and they're like, "Oh man, Jimmy Kimmel's here." Jimmy, like, how are you gonna one up that? You got the king, motherfucker. He's got the Burger King just like.
Please tell me with all that money they at least gave Whoppers to the front row.
Oh no, like
What the-
He
Mayweather
was
got
throwing them like
paid because
confetti,
of that.
you know?
you know,
You can't eat confetti.
which brings me to my
I
next
want to argue
topic.
with you about this again.
Which brings me to my next topic. I think wasn't Tom Brady in the crowd?
Yeah.
Tom Brady was in the crowd, which brings me to my next topic, Deflategate. B.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Deflate.
We won this as a team. I love how you brush his questions like it's nothing, like it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what to talk about?
He like has his 5 rings on. Like, I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm just saying the guy was starting to blow it up and just ran out of air and said, "Fuck it, this'll do, or I will die."
Do you think he probably knew what was happening?
He did know. He knew.
Text message.
Like all he did knew.
There's some
It
text
doesn't, it doesn't matter at this
Challenge.
point.
Yeah.
Bad
Challenge.
English.
Yeah, it was some yo man. It was
People were texting him like, "Yo, Tom Brady."
Yeah, Tom Brady wants to do this, but those employees got it bad though, because let's say if they had said, "Nah, Tom, I'm not gonna do that," they would have been fired anyways, and now they're probably gonna be fired anyways.
So what is he abusive to dogs and footballs now? He doesn't give them enough of what they
No,
need.
Tom Brady. It's the other guy who's abusive to dogs.
This is how much I follow sports.
I just thought they're taking it on poorly paid workers and not these millionaires that we should protect.
Tom Brady. The difference between Tom Brady and Michael Vick is that Tom Brady is white, and he'll be forgiven, and he'll be back on the field like nothing happened. Maybe a slap on the wrist. Michael Vick did like what, like 2 years in prison?
Something like maybe not that.
No,
long.
but
Yeah.
that was a bad joke.
Yeah,
Michael Vick
but B,
killed dogs.
you can't drown
No.
in football.
But all Brady,
And also
I
watch
would
it
argue
like
with
bad
that, because
joke,
when
bad-
it's still
bad
when
comparison,
it's still
bad
a
comparison.
pig in its original form, you totally drown it. It's after that it's pig that you can't.
Well, that's true.
You know what?
all Brady has to do
I'll
really
apologize.
is smile. You know, it's all he has to do, because he's in this press conference and they're asking tough questions like, "Did you do it?" He's like, "I don't know." And all the reporters like swooning like, "Next question.
Wait, is he
What do you
like-
smell like?"
I think he just answers all his questions with, "Let's go Pats!" And everyone freaks out.
Is he
see how
married
white my
to
teeth
Jessica
are?
Simpson? He's married to Jessica Simpson.
No.
Wow, did you do any
no,
research?
no.
I don't follow football.
Yeah, I know you got all these.
No, that's Tony Romo.
Research.
But not anymore.
And
no.
yeah, they broke it up.
Totally.
You know, that's why we sent the topics beforehand.
Yeah, I was at the
He's
Actor Awards all
married,
day yesterday. I'm sorry, guys.
What's it? Giselle, but great guy though, man. He didn't need to do this. Honestly, he didn't need to do this.
No, he didn't do it, but he knew that it was being done.
I feel like he needed to do this.
He's the one touching the balls.
Yeah.
He's the one touching the balls.
Like, NFL is so corrupt and shitty, like you might as well have your golden boy just be like, hey ball boy, deflate that motherfucker! Just like whipping him in the locker room with a wet towel. And then he comes out just like,
If you look at the combined actions of all these NFL players, that's probably the least offensive you can probably
Yeah, I know,
find out there, right?
just
Just don't look
imagine
into their personal lives.
he was in an elevator just throwing the balls down.
You know what?
Practicing on the girlfriend.
Tom Brady, it just taints his name, his reputation.
Right.
But in comparison to what some of the others did, like I brought up Michael Vick, he made a mistake. It's not comparable to what Tom Brady is doing right now. So who earned it?
But does it devalue the Super Bowl title, do you think?
No,
They got
it doesn't devalue
asses
the Super
whooped.
Bowl title. It just devalues
Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
That's all it is.
But are the lives
they earn
of-
that shit? They earn that shit, man.
But big question, are the lives of Michael Brady's dogs worth as much as an authentic NFL football?
Did you
They're
say
worth
Michael
more.
Brady?
Absolutely, they're worth more.
Michael
Absolutely.
Vick's dogs, you meant?
Yeah, did you say
Philosophical
Michael
question.
Brady?
But it's not even the same.
Did I say
topic.
Michael
It's not the
Brady?
same thing.
Yeah,
Michael
that's
Vick,
what I
I
heard.
thought. Let's go to the replay.
Instant replay.
But it's
Football,
not
No,
even
that's sports.
apples
I'm sorry,
and oranges,
everyone.
buddy.
Sorry for the replay joke.
It's okay, you looked as good as I did.
But I thought this dude, he looked like a golden boy. He looked like the dudes who always do their homework on time.
But they're cheating
always
the
say
whole
yes,
time.
ma'am, but they cheating the whole time. This really taints his.
I really like how you could just have like a good smile and do whatever the fuck you
Doesn't it
want.
make you feel a bit? It doesn't make you feel kind of good because he always had the perfect life. He won this millionaire.
Oh yeah, now his life's ruined.
But it taints it a bit. It brings him down.
How much does he make a year?
gonna
Brings him down a bit.
Oh
Did he get a cut in salary for that?
No.
Then it doesn't bring him down at all.
No. I guess.
I like when people. What is this next one? You gotta cheat. Like I like cheating in sports. I think all
Me
sports
too.
should have cheating in them.
Steroids.
Steroids. Inject
pretending-
them unwillingly. That's what I say.
First of all, I think Johnny Knoxville did it best in pretending he was retarded and joining the Special Olympics.
But the
That's
most-
the best cheating of life.
That was like a film.
I don't care. It's still somebody should do it. Somebody should do it. I think they could get away with it.
The most
You should
important
volunteer,
question
Morgan.
before we
Probably
move on to
I'd
the
kill
next
it.
topic,
I'm
the
not
most
very good
important
at
one, does Brady still deserve Giselle?
I don't even
Yeah, why
know,
not?
man.
Why? They're both pretty. Why not?
Yeah, of course.
And
Does
then-
anybody deserve
Like he's
to-
gotta have like a better charm than like who could like you think she's Brazilian, right, or something?
German, I think.
German?
No, she's Brazilian.
She's Brazilian.
But
Yeah. Like, he's gotta be a
it's
smoother
lot of
talker.
Someone let this up. I
Ancestors
said
in
she's
Brazil.
German.
Yeah, there are a lot of German immigrants in Brazil. Like third generation Germans that live in Brazil. Just
There are
my
third generation
Wikipedia
Germans
input, you know what I mean?
everywhere.
Well, with that Brazilian history lesson, let's move on.
So this is how we're answering this question. Are they gonna let? Does she deserve him? We're going back to third generation Germans. I get lost in that.
No, I say like this is I think I finish my point. I just feel like they do deserve each other because it's not like this Brazilian supermodel was stoked on a guy that could throw a football. It's probably the money.
I mean, if it was like, if this is a make or break
His
thing for
only
their,
was sex.
if this was a make or break for the relationship, like it wasn't
Yeah,
working.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football's
Like, he's
undefeated.
more dough than-
So he's got like some slick tongues, otherwise she'd be like dating Neymar, you know?
Yeah, but even Neymar is broker than Tom. No,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't think that broke applies to any of them. But anyways, let's move on. I'm glad we were able to debate on this.
I think we all learned a lot.
Successful
I think it
people
went really well.
having a bad day. You
I
know
learned
what
a
mean?
lot. I know nothing about football.
You know nothing about that? I don't know.
Oh, this is a real good one. Apparently, in Colorado, on June 11th, there is a barbecue joint on June 11th that's giving a 10% discount on their ribs to white people only.
I saw that on CNN.
Yeah, they're
But he
giving
says, in his defense, he wants to celebrate everybody. He's got
Well,
a
yeah,
funny
no,
way of
because-
doing it
well,
because he's Mexican.
the owners of the restaurant are Hispanic, right? They're
Yes,
Latinos.
He's Hispanic.
He's Hispanic, and he's like, well, black people get a month. Apparently, Hispanics get a month. He says white people don't get
Do
anything.
black people get 10% off anything in February?
Alright, first they probably felt so bad that they keep getting told that they're stealing all the white people's jobs that they were like,
Well,
you know
wait.
what, I'm gonna give back to the community.
Wait.
I'm gonna give you 10% off my food.
My question is, because the owner of this joint is Hispanic / Latino, you think you can get away with it more than, let's say it was a white owner, and the white owner was doing this. Do you think, would this be discriminatory? Is because the owner is Latino, it's still discriminatory?
No, he'd just be Republican.
But I think when you
But
said
Republicans
Hispanic,
would give 10% to anyone.
I think when you said they were Hispanic, you could see everyone be like, oh, okay.
Alright, sweet, let's get some
That's
ribs.
fine, yeah. But how did, I like how this would, how did they come up with this, you know, like, well,
It's
there's
Colorado.
there's a lot of white people, there's more than us, we are a minority, let's work on a
I don't know,
deal.
I think
What do you
Colorado
think, 10%?
No,
Like, how did they come to this?
in his
Colorado.
defense, he wants to celebrate everybody. He wants to celebrate, like, the way that he's
Then
going
give
about it is
10%
different.
discount to everyone.
No, he says like I want to celebrate everybody. Everybody is an American. Celebrate Americans every day. And he noticed that white Americans don't have a day, a special day. For me
So
personally,
he came up with 10%
I
discount on
think
ribs.
365 days
That's
a
his
year.
day?
but anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Hispanic
First of all,
American
Hispanic
one.
ribs, how good would that be? For reals. They're probably just like, haha, you can eat the shitty recipe of what you created. Instead, if they really loved them, they would have been 10% off tacos.
Speaking of tacos, man,
I love
I want a taco.
Me too. Let's go
I thought that would be a slow clap.
But yeah, it's an interesting way of doing it. He's just going about it. That's why it's controversial. But really, the guy is full of love, right? He wants to celebrate everybody, and he's like, white people. Like basically, what he's trying to do is, I'm turning into this like a
politically incorrect person.
politically dude with no jokes and shit. I know
Like, isn't that sweet?
But he's trying to show like progress to society. You know what I mean? Everybody should be celebrated, and the fact that he's celebrating white folks is like we're moving past this.
Well, let's say you were in this restaurant, you had no idea this is June 11th, you had no idea, and the white person in front of you gets the ribs for cheaper, and they charge you more. What would you say?
I'd be like.
And then it's like, no, this is 10% off
I guess
for
it's
white
better
people
than
only.
having 6 cops on your back.
I'd be like, what?
Hey, that extra 10% is cool.
You know, I guess it's better than being in Baltimore. You know, sure, I'll pay $6 more for my ribs at this point. You know, if I had no choice.
But it's Colorado, it's
10%.
cold there.
But how many times have you guys thought to yourselves, I'm so sick of white people having to pay full price for ribs?
That's crazy.
Always, I think.
I also didn't know Hispanic Americans had a month. What month is that?
I don't know. I have no clue.
So you put it on
Where's
your
your
sheet.
research?
I don't
You put it
know.
on your sheet, and
Where's
you don't
your
know anything
research?
about it.
And then,
And it's not.
Ryan, what month is it?
It's like, because usually it's like Black History Month and then it's Hispanic Americans Month. I've never heard of that.
I think that's ridiculous.
It must just be American. Clearly,
Yeah,
in Canada, they don't come to Canada because it's too cold.
Exactly.
They don't snow.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Chinese people are gonna be pissed. They don't have a month.
But they have Chinese New Year.
Yeah. Oh no, that lasts a month, doesn't it?
I think it's a week. Wait,
No,
I
that's
didn't do enough research to claim anything on that.
These guys, they work so much they wouldn't even notice that.
I do like the title of it though, the White Appreciation Day. Like that's just.
I think they should keep the question mark though. White Appreciation Day.
It's not a very good. Yeah, White
White
Appreciation.
Appreciation Day?
Like who appreciates white people or anything? Like,
I love white people.
yeah, that's because you lived with me for like 3 years.
That would make someone hate white people.
Oh yeah, you didn't know how you lived with me.
I took the compliment, Chris. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
we
wait,
do that.
would you be Morgan? Let's say you were to go. Would you feel uncomfortable walking in that and ordering ribs? With Bruno.
no.
Let's say you walk in with Bruno.
Fuck.
I would order.
Well, I'd order the ribs
I
for
would
both
order
of
the
us.
ribs.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. That's because we're good
But
friends.
then I'd be like, you have to go eat these outside because I can't be seen.
Welcome to the 1940s.
Back in 1945, you know what I mean?
So you guys don't see this as discriminatory at all.
I think it's just a good
I
marketing
just,
plan.
I just find it
Nazis.
because I listen. Believe it or not, I listen to the actual interview. Like right now, we're like a bit like we're minimizing it. We're like it's all light and everything. But I listened to the actual interview on CNN, and the dude he doesn't sound crazy. He's trying to be progressive, right? He's trying to like move past like segregation or categorizing people by race. You know, he's like. He has a more unified approach.
How are you
And
not
CNN has unified
categorizing by race
No,
when
I
you're
mean,
like White
the-
Appreciation Day?
The
Question
result.
mark.
No, his path is categorizing people, but the consequence
Yeah,
of it is
yes.
more like including people and everybody. Everybody should be celebrated. That's what what his point is.
I think I
Can
know,
we
I
just
think I
have
know what you're
People Day
saying.
and then everybody gets 10% off on the same day and everybody's as important as everybody else?
Yeah, just People
I never
Appreciation
looked
Day.
at it
Let's
that
just
way.
do
You're
People
right, you're right,
Appreciation
you're right.
Day. Hey, you're alive, you get 10% off, but the corpses in the cemetery, fuck that shit. They
Yeah.
pay full price.
I feel like babies shouldn't get 10% off anything.
Yeah, no,
You know what would be even worse than this? What I think is you give 10% off to everybody except one race.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a more
That
positive.
would make Fox News.
I mean,
CNN.
Pretty much.
I think that I don't want to make a bold declaration, but I think cheap ribs will solve racism. You know?
I agree,
I think
unless
their
you're
heart is in the right-
vegetarian.
Yeah, they should make it $5.99.
Then you'd have vegetarians
Completely.
being pissed off at you, be like, you're discriminatory against vegetarians.
Maybe
we can't eat ribs.
maybe it's as simple as he just wants more white customers in his
Yeah,
restaurant.
absolutely. It's just good marketing.
Because
but-
again, which Hispanic restaurant serves ribs?
Which Hispanic
It's like
which
a riddle.
Hispanic person moves to Colorado?
I think Colorado has
I think that's an important question to address.
the weeds.
Yeah, legalize marijuana.
Legalize marijuana, you know? Like it's
Everybody wants to move to Colorado.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, Washington.
Legal weed, racist ribs.
So you don't think Morgan? You're okay with this?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't live in Colorado.
That's the
so I
weed
don't
talking.
care. Yeah, I don't care.
All right.
That is controversial.
Great topic though.
Did we talk enough about the ribs?
Yeah, I feel like there wasn't enough talk
What
about
co-
the
what
ribs.
is this sauce on the
ribs.
Like, is it just one seasoning, or did they have a choice?
I don't know.
Are you talking about how white people are created?
We going from
Just one seasoning.
We're going for her.
Caucasian.
I don't know. No, she just.
You mean
guys can just talk.
and
It's not
Asian?
just it.
No. They're great topics though. Defecate,
Bruno.
10% discount.
To the bush.
Not defecate, deflate.
Fight.
Defecate, or whatever.
Fight.
Okay, first of all, defecate gate was probably Nixon's favorite pastime.
There's a defecate gate coming up here because I just shit my pants.
That's that smell, dude. Come on.
I'm just joking.
Okay, this is the final topic. You each have 60 seconds to comment on it. I just read about this. Some chick broke into Chris Brown's home and made dinner in the kitchen. Out of all the celebrities, she decides to break into Chris Brown's home and make dinner. So,
But, you know, the way his career has been going, why isn't that Chris Brown's apartment?
It's 1.5. She broke it. It's 1.5.
Wait,
And
did
made
you
some
into
food
a
while
trailer?
sleeping in his bed at the same time.
His album, I think he sold 3 copies to his barber.
Then he can't even afford a studio. It's a
Like,
motorhome.
It should say his uncle's shed, I
Yeah,
think.
he was probably skateboarding.
This lady obviously doesn't know about Chris Brown's reputation at
Yeah.
all.
Great boxer though, apparently. Right?
He'd show Mayweather on
Chris
the
Brown,
personal
man.
life.
Yo, you would have been
He
a better
does nothing relevant for society. Nothing relevant. This dude does nothing relevant. The fact that somebody broke
Gave
into his
Rihanna
home
free PR.
is a privilege for him. Like at least somebody like I don't know, man.
Gave Rihanna publicity.
Huh?
He gave Rihanna publicity.
Yeah,
I guess
That's
so.
great
Yeah.
publicity.
And
It
Ferrari
was
as
terrible.
well.
It was terrible publicity, but it was publicity nonetheless.
And I think he got the best publicity out of that terrible publicity.
His album sales wouldn't show that. Hers would.
Yeah, Rihanna's doing really well, but she probably forgot all about it.
Bitch better have my money.
Probably a bad nightmare or some shit. But anyways, what?
So
what's
this girl,
the
when she
story?
broke in, obviously she was a psycho stalker because she made dinner and she stayed there.
Didn't she think she was married to him or something? That was the quote. She's like, oh, but I'm married to Chris Rock. Or Brown. Chris Brown. Chris Brown.
Wrong brother.
Sorry.
It's polite to stay at dinner. It would be rude to leave. He's gonna walk away from it.
So Brad, let me start with you. If you were a psycho stalker, whose house would you break into and what crazy shit would you do?
I mean, I first I wanted to say how creeped out I was by this story about the woman. She's like, do you know what meal she prepared?
No.
Because it just seems so, like, what a kind of cool calling card, though. If you break into someone's house, it's like, oh my god, did they take anything? No. They just left a thoughtfully prepared Italian meal. Elegant tapas.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Whose house would I break into? I don't know if I would maybe someone I enjoy, but it wouldn't, I would try to be like, we just hang out. You know, I'd be like, hey, Bill Murray, here I am in your house, let's talk. You know, let's become best friends. I don't know. I don't really want to break into someone's house and leave a meal.
How did that?
It's wasteful for the food, you know, it's gonna get eaten. And that's all I have to say about that.
All right, Jacy?
For people who, I totally break into Howie Mandel's house, guys. I'm a shit disturber. And if you don't know him, he's a total germaphobe, and I would just fuck shit up. Like, I would use his toothbrush, I would touch all of his food with my dirty hands, I would wear all of his clothes commando and start doing lunges and jumping jacks. I'd spit on all his door handles, and the next thing you know, he'd probably die of a heart attack and be like, what the fuck, I gotta move, I can't stay here, all of these germs that have just appeared. That's totally what I would do, because I'm a horrible human being.
I like that you included lunges. Like, he hates germs and he fucking hates lunges.
No, but I'd be going commando in his clothes and doing exercise and sweating all over it, and it would be horrible for a germaphobe to come home and figure that I did all that shit. It'd be fun. It'd be fun.
I would break into Tom Brady's house and leave deflated footballs. Deflated footballs. What would I do? And I don't know, man.
Challenge hesitation.
Yeah, that's the first part. But yeah, I'm breaking into Tom Brady's house. I would break into Denzel Washington's house. You know what I mean? Like sleep on one of his 6 beds or whatever there. You know what I mean? Look for $100. That's what. Would you look for money? Would you look for $100? No, wait.
So you'd be a thief.
I wouldn't look for $100. I would steal a spoon or some shit.
You steal a spoon.
Probably worth $1,000.
Put it on eBay and shit.
I would steal 2 spoons.
I mean, everything in this house
counts
you
as
steal
spoons?
No, but I think it's worth like money. No, you know what? I'd take toilet paper. Denzel Washington. It's probably like.
This is the weirdest collection of
How do
shit.
you
$100 bill or toilet paper or a spoon.
How do you would?
Bruno
It's shit.
It's all I have in my
If Bruno broke into a celebrity's house, they would never notice. It's like, where'd those 2 spoons go?
Best cat burglar, boy.
Where'd that roll of toilet paper go? I knew it was here somewhere.
What'd they take?
I thought I had 24.
$100.
Why is there 23
I
here?
would take their imported coffee, their imported coffee. I don't know what they eat shit that you can't pronounce. You know what I mean? That shit that you don't find on the internet.
Like coffee?
But who hasn't been broken into and thought, oh, who is the imported coffee? Okay.
I would, break into Denzel Washington's Oprah's house. I'd break into Oprah's house. She probably wouldn't even notice.
What would you do in Oprah's house?
Yeah, what would you still be?
I live there.
Just live in the wing that she never goes to.
By her. Hey, senora.
I'm one of your servants out of uniform.
I'm hiring you. I'm around.
That's a good calling card. It's just you are there.
She just goes to White Appreciation Day and is
Bro,
like,
you can go higher like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's like, who are you? I massage your feet. You know? I'm the feet massager.
Morgan?
Fucking this move on.
Hey, there's like, I just like that this girl's so crazy. I'll just like re-answer the like other thing because there's a prompt and I wrote like jokes and stuff. Not like you guys, fucking assholes. No, I like how the girl was like, she threw out her like his dog's clothes out of the window. Like this girl is like so crazy. Yeah, he's got dogs clothes. He's got dogs and dogs clothes, and this girl was
no albums, man.
throwing shit out, like throwing her daughters and her dog's clothes out the mansion.
He's
Like,
got a daughter?
I guess so. I'm sure she doesn't stick around too much, but I can imagine like this girl's probably so crazy. She started like writing her name on all the cars and throwing the dog's clothes. Like she's like, I'm the only bitch for you. Like she's probably like really gets really jealous. And like when like Chris Brown came in and took a photo of her, like and like put it on Instagram and like called the police. And I was like, man, you just got caught by Chris Brown in your house, and he didn't punch you? That was crazy. That was crazy.
Instagram?
But I guess he didn't do she didn't do anything so crazy like date him or anything. So like, I guess she just took a picture and put it on Instagram. Then they like took it down. He caught her. She was just there like fucking baking ziti or something like that with all her dog's clothes out the front, her name on his cars, and he's like, "What's up?" She's like, "I love you, Chris Brown." I don't know. If I was a stalker though, I wouldn't break into any celebrity's house. I would break into Chris Dulgar's house. I would break into
And do what?
I would live there.
Did you already do that?
No, that's what he did that to me.
So you were paying the favor?
If I was a crazy stalker, I'd just break into Chris Dulgar's house and be like, with a bag full of like fucking sleeping bags and underwear, and just be like, yo, I live here now, son. Just throw it down.
Morgan was living with this girl at the time, and she was so pissed. She went to Morgan, it's either me or him. Morgan was like, bitch, you gotta go.
What kind of pussy do you offer?
The one that just never leaves.
I want some tacos now. You want some tacos?
I do want tacos.
Me too.
Did he throw your dog's clothes out?
No, I didn't bring it
You've
through.
got
Did he at least make
dog's
you dinner?
clothes.
No,
Wait,
when
no,
he
did
started
you make
throwing
him
my
dinner?
girlfriend's clothes out, like, she can't be here, it's either me or her.
She means
Like,
nothing to you.
Man, you seem way crazier than her, I'll just leave her.
All right, guys, thank you so much for doing this. Give them a round of applause, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
One more time. Thank you, audience. We do this every Sunday. Next Sunday is our regular stand-up comedy show. So we have a bunch of really good comics, so come check it out. I'll invite you guys to go downstairs, have a drink, stick around, let's hang out. Thank you so much. My name is Kris Dulgar. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Steve, for the bar. Really appreciate it. One more thing I wanted to say. We are having a Big Fat Comedy Festival here, June 7th to 10th. It's a Sunday to a Wednesday, so it's going to be stand-up and the panel show as well, so 4 days. So come check it out. We'll be on Facebook soon. Thanks very much. Have a good night.